Hey there, mystical souls. So glad that you are here with me on a Tuesday evening. So happy as we are moving towards this intense Scorpio new moon. I'm sure that everybody is feeling it. I know for a fact I am. If you are new here, I'm Patricia Tate. I'm your astrologer. I use traditional Western and evolutionary astrology in order to help guide you back onto your soul's path. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the love, and for sharing this space with me. Your support means everything, and I appreciate anybody who is spreading the word right now because my goal is 50,000 by Christmas, and I am very, very close. So, okay, that being said, I'm really excited about tonight's live session because I think everybody wants to dive in and understand what is going on with this intense energy of the Scorpio new moon. We are stepping into one of the most transformative years that we have seen in decades. We are leading up to the 2026. This is going to be a year of turning points, of awakenings. We have Saturn currently retrograde back in the sign of Aries, Neptune retrograde back in, Saturn is going to be going forward in Aries, but Saturn is back in Pisces and Neptune is back in Pisces. Both of them are retrograding. One last hurrah. And then Pluto is going to be anchoring into Aquarius next year. And we have Jupiter that's going to shift from Cancer, where it is now, into the sign of Leo. And so all of this energy that we are going through right now, we have been through the eclipses and now we're going through this dark moon phase, this Scorpio energy that says it's time to shed, it's time to release and let go, and then move on into what 2026 is going to be offering. And so if you are interested, I created a 2026 astrology forecast guide for each sign. You can just get one, or you can get all 12 of them to use for your sun, your moon, your rising. These are not just about predictions. This is about creating preparation and awareness of moving forward with your own personal growth and following the guidance and working with it, knowing at times that I'm not going crazy. This is like I'm ruled by Mercury. I should pause. I should slow down. Or my ruling planet is Jupiter. So when it switches signs, it's for an entire 12-13 months. These are huge shifts for everybody. And so they're not about predictions. It's about moving forward with awareness. So if you are interested, I have a link down below. And okay, and also I have a Patreon. In case you are interested, you can join for a 1-week free trial membership. I would love to see all of you there. So let's dive in, and I would love to know where everybody is at and what is going on with you this evening. I'm gonna stop in the queue here. Oh, hey, love spirit. I have your chart up. You are going to be definitely in the queue coming up. All right. So I'm just going to dive right in. I do want to share a little bit about why this energy is so intense for everybody. This is what we're looking at right here. Everybody is going to be experiencing, and this energy is building. We have the sun that rules us, our identity. Our moon is our feelings, our intuition. And then we have Mercury retrograde. It literally is moving back. And as we are creating these new moon intentions in the deep, psychic, intuitive, intense sign of Scorpio, we have Mercury just racing right through in the middle, like cutting right in line and saying, hold on, slow down, let's go back, let's look at some of these things that we need to resolve. And so opposite of it is Uranus, and an opposition means just that. One opposes the other, and Uranus is like this lightning bolt, and Scorpio is this water. So think about in your life right now, you have this dam of water that's been built up, and it's about secrets and unspoken truths and memories, and the moon is asking for honesty. It's asking for the reflection of, and forgiveness. And then opposite of is Uranus. So Uranus is the lightning bolt that comes in and breaks the dam open, and everything floods on out. And it's a purge, because that's what Scorpio energy does. Scorpio purges to remove. It brings everything to the surface in order for you to work through. Uranus is in this earth sign that says we can't go on any further unless we know this. We have to reveal these things. Now, what's supporting it is Neptune. Neptune is retrograde in the sign of Pisces, loves to be in Pisces, but it's making its final pass. And Neptune is what brings about the dreams, the intuition, the healing. So all of this is creating this force that says whatever was hidden in plain sight. Remember, we call the new moon the dark moon because it's there, but it's hidden. We have a hard time seeing it. We know it's out there. And so Uranus is ready to bring the shockwaves. It's ready to sudden revelations. It's always for our best and highest good. It's just that we don't always accept it that way, because it's like ripping off a band-aid and not having your legs shaved. And so it hurts. All right, that being said, I'm going to check out the queue. Hey everybody. Hello Ellen. Yay, you're here. And Romina, how are you? First time. So glad you are here. Kristen Swinehart. Hello from Ohio. I just flew back out of I had to fly back in, and now I'm back home. My home is in Ohio, but I travel for 6 months. So now I'm on my 6-month sojourn. And hello Asheville from Thea. All right, everybody, let me start pulling up some charts here. All right, and know that we are Mercury retrograde. I am ruled by Mercury, so I need to go slow and steady so I don't make major muck-ups. All right, let's see here. So, oh, for crying in a bucket. I got to pull up a pie chart. Ellen, you are going to be first in the queue. And know that you are definitely in my thoughts for things that are going on with you right now. Hey there, Peace Seeker. You tried to get your PayPal straightened out. I understand that. I totally understand that. All right, so Ellen, let's talk about this. It's intense. I know that you are feeling this. Your own Neptune is in your 4th house. Okay, you have a lot of exact things going on. I'm going to circle them and then piece by piece go through them with you. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is your chart ruler is the sun. The sun is you, your identity. You are focused on home, your foundation, everything that has to do with security. That's emotional security, physical security, but your foundation. The moon here is in the sign of Scorpio, and this is about honesty, reflection, home. And then Mercury. Mercury is going back retrograde, back over. Mercury rules over your 11th house of hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, and it also rules over your money, your finances, your resources. Sitting on top of Neptune, Neptune dissolves. Neptune, everything flows away from it, removes. And so this new moon, opposite of Uranus, Uranus is in your career sector, saying shock, surprise, this is going to be gone. And I am very sorry about that. But let's talk about the good news that comes from this. You are starting literally a new 2-year cycle with Mars in your 5th house of creativity, children, where you're willing to take a risk, step out onto into a new horizon of things. Now, the 4th house in Scorpio, I look at what happened to you as the system failed you, and it dissolved and removed. And so you have all of these unspoken truths, these old patterns. Everything is going to be removed, literally washed away. Uranus is going to offer you freedom and liberation, maybe not exactly what you want for right now. What's going to happen is you are going to have Neptune and Saturn on February 14th. So what you're going through now is I'm going to get rid of everything. I'm going to dissolve. I'm going to look at my checks and balances of what I have. Remember that this is in a harmonious aspect. It's literally trining it. It's having you look at the people, places, and things that you invest in, where your money is, where your resources are in. Now, Neptune dissolves, so it's what am I cashing in? What am I doing? Neptune and Saturn are going to be at the 0 degree mark, the anaretic degree of fresh start, clean slate, new beginning, and it will be included with an eclipse just 2 weeks later. So February 14th, both of these, Saturn and Neptune, will be at 0. So I'm going to get rid of this just to show it. So you're going to have Saturn and Neptune sitting right on top of your north node, opposing your south node and your Jupiter and your Uranus. So north node, this is my direction. Where am I heading? Taking a class, taking a workshop, something with travel, something with higher education, something that could also, like I know you said that the legal thing was taken care of, or that is a no-go, but the ninth house is legal matters. It is and it's positive and winning these things. So I'm not 100% sure. I read your email. I'm just going to look forward and say, these are some options. These are cross-cultural experiences with people, places, and things. This is a huge, brand new, fresh start. Now, in January, you're going to have this, you're going to have the new moon in the sign of Capricorn. Think of that as your year ahead, as I'm going to start my New Year's resolutions. So be thinking in January, all right, my body is healed. This is where I need to go for finances. This is what I want to do for a job. The sixth house is alternative with healing and balance of home and work, looking for something that is better fit for you. And then in February, on the 14th, both of these planets are going to be at 0 degrees. Now, the energy isn't just that day. It's literally going to be blending into the next month. When it does, it's Aries energy is I have this great idea. I want to do this. Or I am going to connect with this person, place, or thing. The ninth house brings in themes that have to do with again, studying, teaching, or taking a class. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to do this. This is for me. Now, what opposes it? The south node in Libra, always having to find balance between things that are closer to home and things that are farther away. The Jupiter is here. Jupiter expands, and the third house is having to do with science. Well, I'm going to add in science and technology and finding a balance with things that you say, things that you do that are closer to home. Like maybe you can take a class and it's partially at home, or like at a local place, and then it can also be online. The third house is how you communicate with other people, places, and things, and having to be unique, different, and think outside the box for the way that you communicate, the way that you move forward, learn different, know different. Uranus is not traditional, and you are going to, okay, so I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. You're then going to have an eclipse. The first eclipse is going to be February 17th. It'll be a new moon. The second one is going to be March 3rd. With these eclipses, you are going to have the Leo and Aquarius area of your life activated. It's going to be a blending of leaving Virgo and Pisces and blending into identity and other people. Now this will bring unique and different people into your sphere. The seventh house has to do with the other. So it can be consultations, it can be clients, it can be best friends, significant others. It can also be associates, where we sign contracts and documents. Knowing that you are going to be working on who you are. And this is not a one-day transit. This is a moving into 18 months. What's going to support this is, let me get rid of some of this. Uranus in, I think it's May, Uranus is going to be shifting into the sign of Gemini. It already went there once, and then it retrograded. It said, okay, we have some unfinished business to do. It's going to be moving forward, and in that, no, it's going to be March. So sorry, March. So we have this February eclipse, March eclipse, and then Uranus is going to be going into Gemini. Uranus is fast, electric, and in the sign of Gemini becomes dual. It'll bring you into contact with people for your own goals, hopes, wishes, dreams, goals. Where do you want to go? So this time for you truly is about pulling back and saying, I feel wounded, I feel hurt, I don't feel like, how do these people do this? How do they even live with themselves? And shame on them. That's where the system failed. This is not where you want to be. Take time to heal you. Move through the rest of November into the December. December brings back more health, vitality. January, set your intentions. February, that's when Neptune and Saturn will be conjunct at 0 degrees, activating your north and your south node, and your south node is connected to Jupiter. I need to expand. I need to connect with other people, places, and things. Now, this will also activate. It's in a square. So I'm just going to throw in a small little hiccup here. A square is a hard aspect that asks you to integrate. Your moon is in the sign of Cancer. Very intuitive, very in tune to your feelings, the needs of others. Is this what I'm feeling? Is this what other people are feeling? Not missing the cues of when these two go into, when they shift into the sign of Aries. Aries is I have to initiate. I have to do this. The moon in Cancer is always wanting to take care of and protect everybody else. So there'll be this, it's like a tug of war between nurturing everybody else. Who else do you have to care for? Being fair, being balanced, and still focused on you. This needs to be all about you. You have to say, this is, know my value, know my worth. And don't be afraid to talk about all the positive things about yourself. The 12th house is the house of isolation and how do we overcome limitations. And so this is asking you to get out of your own way and to accept what's going to be coming your own way. The 12th house is, it's the house of self-undoing, but it's also where you're tapped into. And so this is going to be this energy that says, this is it. This is where I have to go. It'll come like a shock. Like, I have to take this class, or I can travel here, or I can do this online, or I can connect with this person. It will literally light up your chart, and it'll be bing, bing, bing. Like, everything is leading to one thing. I'm going to add one more thing into this. When Saturn and Neptune go here, Uranus is here and Pluto is here. This is the mini grand trine that's staying together, that says this is the focal point. And so Pluto in your partnership sector says, I'm transforming everybody. If they're not for your best and highest good, they're going to be gone. And Uranus is saying, shock, surprise, here one day, gone the next. And then the Saturn and the Neptune. Neptune is, this is what I dream. Saturn is, goals, short, middle, and long-term goals in order to create and move towards a building of something that is sustainable for my finances, my resources. Saturn rules over, Saturn rules over your 6th house. And remember, in January, you're going to put out your intentions of, this is what I want. And this is how this is what I want to move towards. And then this is the focal point of making it all happen. Now, will it oppose? Absolutely. It's letting go of an old way, of the way that you used to do things. And that's okay. It comes with freedom and liberation with no strings attached, stepping into a new chapter, having all the doors closed around you, and that this is the direction. And so, and then on top of it, I'm just going to add one more thing. When Jupiter moves into your first house, Jupiter goes into your first house, June. Yeah, in June. So then it's all about you shining. So it sounds like it's 1 month, 2 month, 3. It's like these steps, these increments of months, but it'll be here before you know it. And so I'm keeping you in my heart, and I'm going to be thinking about you as you transition with all of this energy, knowing that, remember, this is a 2-year transition. We have a Mars return once every 2 years, and so this is your opportunity to say, I am going to create something. I'm going to birth something. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to move towards. It's taking a risk and moving towards that. And so I am holding space for you as you navigate this, Ellen. Thanks. Thank you for reaching out to me. All right, let me see. Hey, Peacekeeper. The Mopsy's in the house. Yay! Oh, send in your hugs, my friend. Send in your hugs. I mean, this Scorpio is this moon is no lie. All right, I have Jamie. Thank you for being here, Jamie. Let me get your chart up. All right, let's see. All right, Jamie. Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember your name on your screen now. Now I'm not going to say it out loud. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about this. This new moon, all of this. By the way, happy birthday! You just had a. Oh goodness, you were born. Okay, you have a lot of Scorpio energy. I love this about you. I absolutely, okay, I love Scorpio energy. I have, some in my chart that I can relate to. So, okay, let's just talk about you. New moon. New moons always bring fresh starts, clean slates, new beginnings. This new moon is an intense one. Because it's sandwiching with that Mercury retrograde, I have it pictured right here where it's on the outside, but it literally is going to pass by and it's going to be in between and then go through. So this is in the final degrees. This is considered taking the deep plunge. And for you, Scorpio is your 12th house. The 12th house is everything that has to do with being isolated, being alone. It's institutions, hospitalizations, afflictions. I also look at it as dreams, intuition, psychic ability, getting those psychic downloads. It's connection to the spiritual realm when I tune out the out. Now, the 12th house is also the house of secrets. And so this could bring definitely buried emotions, but your sun is already here, so you understand that already. But it also brings in I would think that it might bring not just buried emotions, but buried or latent talents or a skill set that has to do with dreaming, intuition, past lives, Akashic records, astral travel, astral projection, anything that has to do with the spiritual realm or connection to the dream or the spiritual realm. This is about psychological patterns, and now they become clear, like being able to use this new moon and as a reflection on the water and say, oh, I see these patterns. I see them of what I'm doing, and I see what other people have done, what I have allowed, and now I'm going to forgive myself, and I need to work on healthier boundaries or revisiting the past in order for you to be able to see the truth. And that means not only this past, but if you believe in past lives, this can go into your past to understand, oh, that's where that fear came from, or understanding how when you clear karma in this lifetime, you also clear the past and you clear the future for future generations. The having Mercury retrograde here, Mercury rules over your partnership sector and your career sector. So we know that this is a review, rethink, revise, any unfinished conversations, something that has to do with contracts or negotiations, or something that has to do with your job, your career, your reputation, your legacy. The 10th house is you publicly being seen. Now, knowing that, I would also expect secrets to come up, or taboo topics, or think about this as unspoken truths. Now, this can come from other people, or it can come from you. Now, along with this is, how do I rewrite these old patterns? Because Mercury retrograde in the sign of Scorpio, it digs down deep, it investigates, it is uncompromising, and it reveals literally what was hidden in plain sight. It's one of those that, oh my gosh, I see it, I get it. Why didn't I see that before? Well, because now is the time. Now, what's opposite of it is Uranus. Uranus is in your 6th house. The 6th house has to do with everything of you taking care of yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. It's, I have to take care of everything that has to do with my mind, my body, and my spirit. It opposes it, and it's saying, if I don't take time out for me, then I'm not healthy. Uranus can bring weird, unusual health habits, or quirky things that can be unusual. Uranus also is going to give you the opportunity to say, this bad habit, this is the final time I'm going to get rid of it. Uranus also can bring in alternative healthcare and healing practices and modalities, like, oh, I didn't realize that eating this was bothering my stomach so much, or that this vitamin or this supplement, or a chiropractor, or tapping, or red light therapy, or whatever it is that you do. This says unique, unusual, think outside the box. The 6th house is where you not only take care of yourself, but also take care of others. This is reminding you, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Now, what's in a harmonious aspect with this is Neptune. So we know something is going on with your home. Neptune likes to dissolve, remove, let go. So is there a move? Is there a shift? Normally, with the north and south nodes going through your 4th and 10th house, it often means like a career change, or a leave of a career, or and definitely of a move, a shift within a home, or and you're almost through this cycle. You have about 6 more months with this. Remember that Uranus is providing these shock waves, these sudden revelations, and that it's bringing about the truth, so you can finally see, this is what's been going on, or these are the messages. I remember when I was younger, and I don't know if you remember anything about Helen Keller, but in the book or in the movie, Helen Keller, she was working with her, and then they were at the water, and she was trying to teach her all these hand signs for, this is water, water. And for me, when my dreams finally clicked with the symbols that were in tarot, and the sounds, and the music, and the symbols, it was me having this Helen Keller moment of, that's what this dream meant. That's what I was meant to understand with this. That's what that message meant. And so I really think that this is going to bring some type of revelation that will be abrupt, and it's about cracking old patterns and shifting you towards new. And Neptune in your 4th house is like the deep inner knowing, the spiritual perspective, the opportunity to bring clarity, but the softening to heal something that has to do with home, or traditions, or family. And oftentimes it comes through dreams and intuition. So I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you, Jamie. And all right. Thank you. Love, Spirit. By the way, I love the 888. Love the 888. All right. Let me look and see if there's anything else I wanted to share. All right. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you for being here. And thank you for trusting me with your consultation tonight. All right, let me see who is next in the queue. Hey, Cynthia. All right, so Cynthia, I know that you gave me your chart and a partner's chart. So let's see. Here we go. I want to talk about this from your perspective because we can look at your partner, this other person's chart, but if we only look at it from your chart, I'll have an understanding of exactly what's going on with you because your chart is very, very telling right now. You are having this new moon and it has Mercury retrograde. It's in your fifth house of lovers. The fifth house has to do with what do I want to create? What do I want to give birth? Scorpio is intense. It is like wanting to consume, wanting to be part of. And so this new moon is the I want to start something new. I want to plant these seeds. Now, Mercury, okay, so I'm going to back up. I don't want to go too fast. The sun rules over your second house of your self-worth. You are ruled by the moon. You're a Cancer. And so you're already in tune. You're already feeling the feels. This is in a harmonious aspect with your first house of identity. This feels good. This feels right. It's like the right time, the right place. What is difficult with it is the square. There's this square to Uranus in your second house. Uranus in Leo is I have to take care of my money, my finances, my resources. The second house is self-care of making myself a priority. What do I need in order to have security? Because this is at 29 and these are all at 28, 1 degree, it is so close. I'm sure you're feeling it. It gives you those vibes of do I second guess myself? I am looking at this and saying Mercury is retrograde. Take things slow and steady because when we meet somebody during a retrograde, it depends if you were friends first or if you meet them like for the first time. Mercury rules over your third house of communication. Mercury also rules over your 12th house. This can be a karmic connection. This could be like there's a lot of things going on in your chart that say, do I just try? Do I just like try and make this happen? What opposes it is Uranus. Uranus is in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your connections with other people. And sometimes Uranus can just throw caution to the wind. Uranus is also here to offer freedom and liberation. Remember that new moons are where we start something fresh, a clean slate, a new beginning. If this feels karmic, because this new moon is pushing buttons for everybody. It's asking us to look at ourselves honestly, to look at ourselves in the mirror and look at all of your past partners. And is this a lover or is this can I make this a long term? Is this a right now? Because your moon is saying I have to be honest about this. And Scorpio is intense. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Theo. Oh, we were friends and of course you were friends and met at work because that's Uranus in your 11th house. That would make complete sense. Okay. This could be you have been there all the time. This was in plain sight. It feels karmic. I'm going to... This is in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. Neptune and Saturn are going to be in a conjunction in February at the top of your chart. If this person is above you in your job, then there's going to be something that's going to happen with your job, your career, your reputation, your legacy. There's going to be something that's big that's going to happen and be a pivotal moment that's going to be a highlight starting off February of 2026 and leading you into the rest of 2026. So if this is a reputation, if it's a legacy, if this is, but Neptune is ready to dissolve some things. This could, and it also is about healing. So if we're not, if there's no constraints within the working environment, it's definitely a go. If there's competitiveness, then then next February could be the problem. Oh, you no longer work together. Oh, that is a win. That is an absolute win. Okay, knowing that, I am going to give you a little heads up about next, like just a little blend into what's happening here. To me, this looks like I have all these old patterns, all these things that I've done before, and I want to try this. I want to do this, and this feels right for right now. People are in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and you don't want to miss that opportunity. What I do want to say to you is that you are going to be having a nodal opposition that's going to be coming up next year. It will start, hold on, it will start with February 17th. Okay, so remember February 14th, the shift at the top of your chart, and then February 17th is going to be the eclipse. I'm getting divorced. Oh, Jesus. I mean, okay. It all makes sense. All right. Let me put this into perspective. Like, you're right on track with everything that you should be doing. Okay. You're going to be having a nodal opposition, and it will be starting in February, and it will be blending into the next year and a half of your life. Basically, think of it as you and we're going to be sitting in the car together, and we're driving past, and we're doing a life review, and I am saying, hey, what's going on? And what do you want to take with you? And we only have a little bit of room in the trunk, in the back seat, or here with me, because we want to keep our eye on the front windshield here. And so you are going to be driving, and I'm going to be asking you to speed up for the next 18 months. And you're going to look back and say, I only live once. This is what I've done before. I've learned my lesson with this. It's literally going through everything and not living with the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just saying, I did that. Yep. And now this is where I'm going to move forward. Okay. I explored that. Some things are one and done, and some things are the lasting for a longer period of time, the forever. And so, yeah, you got a lot of things going on. I'm excited for you. I'm definitely excited. And a new moon in Scorpio is deep. Okay, you will know. This is how you're going to know. A new moon in Scorpio is close your eyes. If you can feel them across the room, and then just touch their hand, touch their arm. If the current goes through you, it's a have to. It's a have to, because Scorpio energy brings the electric current of when you touch, the feelings go through you. So I'm hoping all of this makes sense, because, being ruled by the moon, like, you're just already up in your feels. So thank you, Thea. Yeah, and life is crazy right now. Like, everybody's going through all kinds of, I cannot, it's crazy, like friggin' crazy. All right, and I'm so glad that everything makes sense. All right, let me see who is next in the queue. Oh, Kristen. What did you say? Oh my gosh. Wait, what's your year? Oh, I'm from Barberton. Mother, hold on. We're close in age too. Hold on, let me get your breath. All right. I'd like to know about what it looks like to start freelance writing. I am ready. Let's talk about this, Kristen. Okay, so first I want to take just a quick look at your chart and pull that up. I don't know how much you know about your natal chart, but this is, you were almost born at a new moon, and then this is intense Virgo energy, and the eclipses have been going through your first and your seventh house. So there we go. All right, Kristen. Okay, you talked about writing and a job for writing. So let's just talk about planning that for you. You are ruled by Mercury, the planet of Mercury. It stations retrograde 3 times a year. Right now, it is currently retrograde. So it's rethink, revise, redo. It's all of those things. Learn to work with Mercury retrograde for when you launch projects and when you're ready to start something new, especially if it has anything to do with talking or communicating or writing or technology. That being said, you're starting a Mars return. This happens once every 2 years. It's Kristen, I have to put into writing my plans of what I want to manifest and grow over the next 2 years. 2 years. That being said, you're also having a nodal return. This is a lot. This is intense, but a good intense, which I absolutely love. Okay, you were born with your nodes at 29 degrees. It's considered to be, they call it the anaretic degree, meaning this is like a final exam lifetime. Not saying that like you would never come back again, but like there are certain lessons that you have decided that in this lifetime I need to master, I need to overcome, I need to grow and learn. The North Node in Pisces, I have to learn to let go. I have to trust. I have to have faith. I have to pay attention to my dreams, my intuition. And it's in the house of other. The 7th house is everybody else. Partners, business partners, clients, consultations, all of that. Also, the South Node is in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is perfectionism. Virgo is paying attention to details. It's in your first house of your identity. You're having a nodal return, so if you go back 18 years, 9 years and 18 years, you can look at these pivotal moments of your life of where you've learned major lessons about who you are and who are you in conjunction with other people, and learning those lessons of healthy boundaries and the way you allow people to treat you, the way you treat yourself, all of these things. That being said, the first house is you with your business card, your website, your business that you want to launch. So Virgo energy, I want to write. I want to create these things. You're having this nodal return that says, now who do I connect with? These, the nodes are going to be here for 6 more months. So if you're looking towards, I have 6 more months to make the connections with these other people. It could be business partners, it could be people to invest, it could be clients. And it can be also significant others. And letting go of the old persona of who you were. I look at every single time Mercury stations retrograde as an opportunity to go back. I'm also Virgo rising, so I use the Mercury retrogrades to go back and say, because it rules your career and it rules who you are, what do I want to change in the way that I look? What do I want to change with my business? What do I want to change with what I want to launch? All of that being said, okay, I'm going to clear all of this. So this moon is what you're starting, and this is what is opposing. Uranus is shock, surprise, freedom, liberation. It's foreign people, places, and things, cross-cultural experiences. This is how do I get out there? It has to be through airwaves. I don't know. So The third house is what you say and do, as in a blog, as in a memoir, as in, I don't know exactly what you're going to be writing or doing, but the third house is all about communication. It's about acquiring new skills. It's languages. It's media. It's conversation. It is learning how to work the new systems that are happening. That being said, okay, so here you've got this new moon coming, and you've got Neptune here. In January, put out your intentions. Like I would be working on my plan right now. And in January, I would say, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing also. In January, these are some things that I want to do, that I want to create, because you're going to have a moon in your fifth house of give birth to. This is what I want to create. This is what I want to give birth to, a project, an activity. Then in February, you are going to have Neptune and Saturn conjunct in your eighth house. You're also going to have Uranus go in the top of your chart for career, job, reputation, and legacy. And so these are making a trine here. I don't know what you're going to be sharing and talking about, but the eighth house has to do with taboo topics, secrets, uncovering things, psychology. It's about sex. It's about diving deep into topics. It's also where we invest in people, places, and things, or where we merge our energy with people, places, and things. Knowing that, use caution when signing contracts, because you'll be doing it for a longer period of time. It's where do I invest my time, my effort, my energy? Having Uranus at the top of your chart in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is talk. Gemini is communication. And it's also divided. It's split. And so it could be writing, and it could be speaking, and it could be a podcast, and it's all different, or it could be different languages. So all of this is going to be evolving over 2026. And then, yeah, I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. Yeah. All right. I'm going to look in the queue to see if this makes sense to you, but I'm excited for you. I love to see my fellow Team Virgos get it going on and make these things happen. Alrighty, okay, it does make sense. That's all I care about. Yay, win, win, win. Alright. And thank you, Kristen. Thank you for trusting me. Oh, Mups. Mups is in the house. I am so glad that you are here. All right, hold on. Oh, that's right. You do like Placidus. My bad. Yep. Oh, I even saved it under Placidus. Yay for me. Mercury retrograde. Remember that. Okay. Okay, I get free roam, right? Okay, let me dive in. Last one. All right. Oh, it is me and you. Oh, I forgot you're Scorpio rising. Oh, my heart. I'm sure I know you're feeling your feels. Okay, so let's talk about this. I'm going to tell you good, bad, and ugly. So what do I love? I'm going to start there. The first house is all about you. It's your identity. It's how you look. It's how you act. It's your business card. It's your website. It's you launching something. The Uranus is the opposition that says, shock and surprise, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to strip away and say, you have to do this. This energy is about letting go, or it's first off, it's identifying old attachments. It's identifying old truths or things that re-emerge that have to do with you and your identity. Remember that this is in the final degree. So we have the sun that rules your career. Sun, Leo, you need to be heard. You need to be seen. Mups needs to be out there in the world. Cancer, the moon, rules over your ninth house of education, learning, cross-cultural experiencing, publishing, teaching. Bring that in and say, what am I doing? What is MUPS doing? Well, you've got Virgo being ruled by Mercury. So I know you know a lot about astrology, so I'm just going to tie it all in and tell a story for you. Mercury rules over your 11th house of these connections that you have with others, and it has to do with your dreams, your goals. So you're revising, revisiting, reviewing. Where did you fall off track? What has happened? Mercury also rules over your 8th house. The 8th house is taboo topics, it's secrets, it's our investments in people, places, and things. So having this new moon, it's about secrets or the truth coming to the surface about you. Like literally having to look at your reflection in the mirror and say, why am I busying myself with this when I know that this is what I can do and this is what I should be doing? What is holding me back? Is it parts of my past, buried emotions? It's about surprised truths. It's buried emotions. And Scorpio says, oh no, dig deep, find out where that came from. Let's get it gone. Let's remove it. Uranus is in an earth sign. It's all this water, and Uranus, and it's in a dam, and Uranus is the lightning that strikes the dam and the floodgates come open. And so we have an opportunity to look at psychological patterns. They become clear of, oh, this is why I've been doing this. This makes sense because of this. And then we can look at the moon asking you to say, now honestly, let's look at ourselves, let's look at others, let's look at our reflection. I know what I'm capable of. We know that you have a word, many words, like MUPS needs to be out there for everybody, for healing, because it's not only going to be healing to you, but it'll be healing other people, children. It's getting that out there. Now, Mercury retrograde, Mercury was in Sag, it's in Scorpio, it's saying, I have to go back. Why did I bail on my business cards, my website? Why did I walk away from that? Well, it was in your 2nd house of money. I had bills to pay. I had this, I had that. Like there were these things that had to be done. You're exactly with where you're supposed to be at exactly the right time to get done with what you're supposed to be doing, because now Mercury is going to cross through your moon and through your sun and say, all right, do we have this now? These unfinished conversations, unfinished business, bringing all this to the surface to say, I left off here. I need to clean out everything, like literally closets, cupboards, paper, books. Clear the clutter, because it clears your mind so you can stay hyper focused on the direction in which you're supposed to be moving towards. This is about things that are tied to the past are resurfacing for you to heal them and release them and let them go. I would also look at this as going back. I'm going to say childhood also, because you have your Saturn at 27 degrees. It's hitting being a young adult, then the 2nd Saturn return, like it's hitting these things that say, my 1st Saturn return, my 2nd Saturn return, I'm on my last third of my life, and why is this taking me so long? It's not. You had to learn these lessons. You lived these parts of your life, and now it's on to the next chapter. Put that book away, and it's time to open up the book. Open up a new book. Get one off the shelf. Clean slate, new beginning. That's what Scorpio new moons are about. And so Uranus is saying, I'm going to give you these sudden revelations. There's going to be these emotional breakthroughs. There's going to be abrupt change, and I'm going to crack open everything so that the floodgates come open. And Saturn says, here's the mountain. Short, middle, long-term goals, I need them. I have to do them. If I can't do them alone, then I have to have people in place that will help me be held accountable for my actions. Now, this being said, I want to move on with a plan, because hold on, let me get rid of all of this. Knowing that this is where you are now. And so in January, so in December, you're going to have a new moon in your second house. You know your new moon needs to be about abundance. It's going to be in a harmonious aspect with your 10th house and with your 5th house. So the 10th house is, your money, your job. I would put out there, I know my value, I know my worth, and this needs to sell for this, and I need to have these, I want to have these connections, I will have these connections, and this is how I'm going to make it happen. Step by step plan. Shoot for the stars. That's what Sagittarius energy is. It's abundance. Then, January, you're going to have a new moon here in your 3rd house. The 3rd house in the sign of Capricorn, although yours is merged with Aquarius. So think outside the box. Capricorn says, I'm going to have these goals in order to build this business. I'm on track. This is where I'm going to be going. That being said, then let's talk about February. In February, you're going to have, it will happen right in this area. Oh, no, hold on. Let me back it up. It'll happen. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not read any of your comments. I'm coming back. Yep, the new moon is conjunct your Saturn. Yep. And totally, exactly. Oh, yeah. You're more than an artist. You're a writer. You're an artist. Yeah. Yeah, I know your childhood was stolen. I'm very sorry about that. And you are getting to be who you are. And yeah, goodbye restaurant business. All right, so let's talk about the plan. So we talked about December. I'm going to back up one more time. December, your new moon resolution is going to be about abundance, not working from a space of lack, and this is not about blaming anybody. This is like you saying, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want, this is what I need. And then in January, you're going to set your new moon intention with communication. Remember that the 3rd house is about writing. So it's books. Get that out there. It's about publishing. Well, the 9th house is about publishing, but you have 0 there. So I absolutely love this with your Uranus. And so this is going to be bringing in, how do I get in touch with the right people to get MUPs out there? Get back into the schools. Get back in for that Right to Read week. Get back into the libraries. Volunteer to be a speaker at the libraries. Like, there's so many platforms. That's probably what I would be using for my December, is I want to move forward with these platforms. And then in my January would be, how do I connect with these people, places, and things? You just reach out. You do it online. Applications to speak all the time. I'm with you on that. And one leads to another, leads to another. Get back out there into the schools. Get back out there into the churches. Volunteer to speak at some of these church programs, especially with the children. That's where your heart is at. There are all these connections that you already have. Then in February, this is where you're going to have the Big Bang. It's going to be in your 5th house. So it will be right in this area. So the 5th house, remember, this is what I'm giving birth to. You're going to have Uranus and you're going to have Pluto. And remember, your Pluto's getting closer to your moon. It's those great, crazy ideas. So Pluto is going to transform all these amazing ideas that you are having right now. All right, and then so in February 14th, you're going to have both Neptune and Saturn at 0 degrees. February 17th is the actual eclipse. March, so 2 weeks later, is the next eclipse that will shift the nodes into, it'll begin the cycle of moving them into the next sign, which is Aquarius and Leo. So know that the Aquarius-Leo axis is your career, your job, your reputation, your legacy, your home, your responsibilities, balancing the two and knowing that you can do this. So I love this for you. This is a plan that is totally manageable. I know that you've got this. I am excited when Uranus goes into the sign of Gemini. It'll take everything that you're doing and split it. Because we're doing Placidus here, the overlay is in the 7th house. So I would think of that as also partnership, business partner, contracts, negotiations, anything that has to do with signing, and anything that has to do with connection to not only business partners, but also, like a friend, bringing in a unique friend into your life. And Uranus is the, oh, I didn't know you were into this, or this is shock and surprise. You know that. So I'm excited. You have many, many great things that are, the universe is saying, I am going to take everything that you're doing and I am going to shut this down so you will stop doing that and focus and put your energy where it is best served, because you have a quality product and the world needs to hear about it. And I love that about you. And I can't wait to meet you in person someday. All right. So thank you. Thank you for being here and for trusting me. And yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm very excited for you. All right. So I appreciate everybody coming out tonight and spending this time with me. Be gentle on yourself, because this Scorpio new moon is sitting in feeling your feels. It's, for me, it's like standing in the shower and just having that good cry that I can release everything. It's anxiety and panic, and then like release it and let it go. It's having to look at, what have I done and what do I own in this and how do I change it? And then also looking at other people. Remember, Scorpio is deep, it's intense, it's getting to the bottom of things, so that when we have that Sagittarius new moon, the seeds are now planted. It's taking off the bandage and saying, all right, it's time to heal this area of our life. And so I appreciate all of you being here. And if you're interested, I do have a 2026 year ahead and other astrological gifts for the Christmas and holiday season. So thanks for being here, and hopefully you sign up for my email and hop on over into Patreon. Bye, guys.